Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vanguard Tactics. I'm your host, Stephen Box, and if you are interested in Warhammer 40k, then you're in the right place, because every single day at 6 o'clock I go live to answer your questions on all things 40k. Now, we're going to reset the clock. You've got 20 minutes to ask me any question you want in regards to the hobby. Now, I do take a little bit more of a competitive mindset, but I do support all aspects of the hobby. So I thought what would be really nice today is a little topic on list writing. So what do we or should we include in our lists? What makes a competitive list? So I'd love to know your questions. So throw them at me, and we can really delve into a really good discussion for the next 20 minutes or so, all about list theory crafting. Okay, so rather than just like specific units, what sort of things should we be looking out for and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, now it is obviously a bank holiday Friday, and I hope you guys are enjoying yourself, whatever you're up to. It's a beautiful sunny day today. I've been in a secret meeting all day. Okay, now I'm going to quickly show you a little sneak peek as to what that meeting may be including. So here we go. You ready? I'm going to show you this for 5 seconds. And if you like what you see, then give this video a like, and then I'll know, yeah, what you guys think. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful, eh? So these are my own design, and this little measurement down here, I'm not going to show you the other end, because that is where the secret sauce really happens. So anyway, some new accessories coming for Vanguard Tactics soon. So I had a look at some of these, plus many others today, which is why, yeah, it's all hush hush, but all announcements will be coming out soon. So, what have we got here then? Questions. Henrik, Andy, Jack, Rizal, Senrian, JW. Yep, nice. Jacob, Brazil. What would you say is the best configuration of a silent sister squad at the moment? We need to wait. We really need to wait, but I would keep it, yeah, just cheap as chips, just bolt guns, basically. Kieran said, what do you make of Nick's 30 aggressor list? Sorry if it's more... Nick who? Who are we talking about? Nick. And I haven't seen a 30 aggressor list, so yeah, not really sure who you're referring to. Is that Nick Nadavati? I don't know. That's the only Nick I would know off the top of my head. Wayne has said we should be looking out for cheeky little combos. Obviously, always tasty combos. Yeah, simple and elegant. Glad you like those. Yeah, Stephen Carpenter, you're not late, don't worry. Custom mission markers, nice. Yeah, there will be numbered and non-numbered. So non-numbered for ITC and numbered for WTC, Maelstrom, and all that kind of stuff. So that's some of the objective markers that we've got coming out. I personally don't think you need as much CP in a Militarum Tempesta army because of orders. How many CP should you aim for in a list? That's a good question. That is a really good question when it comes to list design, and it completely depends on the stratagems that you want to use. So yeah, it really isn't about, like, for example, you need 10. You can't do it like that. You need to look at the list individually. What units do you have? How are you going to spend them? When are you going to spend them? Turn 1, 2, or 3? What are you going to look at? That's when you know. Some lists, I don't even need a battalion. You know, my Ultramarines list. And talking of Ultramarines, that's exactly what I've been working on, which I was a little bit late today, was I was just finishing off my Ultramarine highlights. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on today. Nick's Deathwatch. Okay, right, Nick from the group in the community. Cool, right, that makes sense. Cool. I haven't had a look at his list yet, but I really like the sound of 30 aggressors. That sounds like a list that I can get behind. Absolutely. Yeah. Jeremy said, Custodes follow up from yesterday. You suggested Sisters to go with them. Love the Exorcist for heavy support, but do you like shooty sisters or melees? Now, this is a good question actually, because I really like this question in regards to the. It all depends on your custodes list. Now, if you're not going for the, well, actually, you could run either. If you're running the Caladius grav tanks from Forge World, then I would run Repentia, and I'd go melee. If you're not, if you're running bikes and infantry, then I might even squeeze in one exorcist. Yeah, one or two exorcists might be quite nice there, but yeah, could be quite good. Or even retributors potentially, because they're really, really cheap, and you can really get the movement with them as well. So you've got some options there. Depends on if you're going to go. You could go all-out combat with Custodes and Sisters. You could go for all-out shooting with one big combat punch unit for the Custodes, or you could go, shooting Custodes, combat Sisters, vice versa. You got options depending on what you feel like you need in your meta and also the terrain. Loads of new things coming out for terrain as well. Oh, I cannot wait to tell you guys about that. Yeah. I have been very, very busy. So, Wayne said, is there anything you can't do for us, Stephen? Well, you tell me and I'll let you know. Hello from Washington. How you doing? How do you feel mixed chaos armies are set in the current meta? Yeah, I think mixed chaos is a good way to go. They got some really nice tricks with Alpha Legion. I like the Chaos Knights. They'll be getting some new stuff as well, no doubt, from the old Engine War. So I think they got some really, really good opportunities to do. Yeah. Some good work, absolutely. Shouldn't write off chaos. No way. Jade, and then also with the new pariah stuff with old what's his face, that guy that takes people apart. It's like an apothecary but bad. Him, Fabulous Bile. He might be bringing some nastiness. So yeah, always stuff coming out from GW, which is exactly what's so incredible about this hobby. Always new things. Okay, very specific question. When certain factions gain consolidation bonuses as such, how much would be ideal within reason? Is the usual 3 too few generally, or do we go for the 6 plus D6? So I think if you can get, typically a good player will be able to make the most of a 3-inch consolidation and pile-in. And then also, if you can get up to 6-inch, then even better. So that's, obviously that one step further. I think the 6 plus D6 might be a bit crazy, and just being a bit too, too much out there. Henrik said, do you have the objective markers in 6 inches? Yes, they are coming out as well. I'm just currently finalising the designs for those. And I've got my design, I'm kind of happy with it. So I just need to get them off to the printer. So that's all coming as well. Using lots of bikes. Okay, in that case, maybe go for some shooting aspects with your sisters then. Yeah, nice. Cash Money, Vanguard Tactics. Hey, Stephen, what changes are needed to the avatar of Kane do you think needed to make it more competitive? Wings. If it could fly, it would be pretty competitive, I think. But because it can't, it's just a bit slow. Maybe a quicker movement 12 or something, that might be nice. Advancing charge. Anything that gets him in combat super, super quick might be nice, yeah. Okay, what's the countdown clock for? Well, John, the countdown clock is for how long you guys have got me answering your questions, and it's always going to be first questions in get asked, answered second, whatever. So first come, first serve, basically, is what I'm looking for. Wraith Blades, 5 or 10 axes or swords? Axes, always. Axes and shields, because the shield, you can cast Protect on them because they're an infantry, which takes them to a 3+ runnable save. Then you can give them Fortune, so now they've got a 2-up save, 3+ runnable save, toughness 5 or 6, whatever it is, and then a Feel No Pain with 3 wounds and a 5-up Feel No Pain, which is incredible, which just makes them super tanky and they're not going to go anywhere. So yeah, absolutely, yeah, axes and blades all the way. When you're building a pure faction list, how do you identify weaknesses in your faction and plan to make up for them? So again, this is one of the modules that I go over on the Academy in a lot more detail, but it's all about finding out exactly, going through each of the matchups and having a system in order to do that. And then with your appropriate playtesting, that's where you can really be critical in your game plan and go, okay, actually, we'll be able to look at that in the future, and then sort of, you know, let's say you identify a problem, look at it, critically analyze, plug in something else, replay test, and that's ultimately how you can solve those issues. But yeah. And then as you go along and you get more experience with writing army lists, you kind of know the fixes to certain matchups, and you can kind of see it coming, basically. So anyway, quickly show you what I've been up to today. Looking at my Scorpius. That looks pretty cool, actually, I think. Got a nice little job with the airbrush there. So this will be my Scorpius Ultramarines. Now, this works really well, Ultramarines, because in turns 2 and 3, you can still move in double fire because you count it stationary. Also, got my Apothecary, converted this Apothecary up. I'll show you this guy. Is it going to actually focus on him, though? That's the question. It's not very good at focusing, is it? Awful. Maybe like that. Maybe real close. Does that work now? No, it's just not wanting to focus on him. So anyway, this is a infiltrator body. I put a Grey Knight hand on him, and then I've done a really nice blend. You can't really see it though, kind of. That's my converted Apothecary. Then I've got also been working on my Eliminators. Again, it's not really focusing very well, but you can kind of see some of the blending I've been getting on with the airbrush. And then also this is either a company champion, or because he's got the Ultramarine shield, I really hate painting banners. So the reason what I'm going to use this guy for is he's going to be my standard bearer, because he's got an Ultramarine sword, an Ultramarine backpack, Ultramarine. He's just Ultramarines everywhere. So yeah, that's going to be my standard bearer. So I did those cool little conversions today. Yeah. Okay, right. What's going on here? Okay, right, so Kieran, sorry, specific one. Do you have a pre-release copy of Engine War? Blink for once, twice for no if under an NDA. Okay, you ready? No, I don't have anything. Or under NDA or anything like that. I've seen nothing. Okay, I don't get any previews. So I'm none the wiser. All I do is take educated guesses. Sometimes, but they do often come correct though, which is quite good. JW, hate to be that guy, but any painting done? Well, you've just seen what I've been up to, yeah? Currently working on his Red Butchers, good man. Excellent, I've been taking notes from the demon list that tore up the 2019 ITC. That, obviously, you need to have a look at again, because the Thunder Fire Cannons have really changed that matchup, and Marines have certainly changed that matchup. Any plans for VT events in the future? We have some very big plans. So Vanguard Tactics, I'm sure when coronavirus is over, we'll be looking at running its first RTT. So what I'll do is run a one-day masterclass like we used to last year. So that was where masterclasses originated from for 40k. So we're going to do one of those. And then the day after that, we are going to run an RTT. So there will be limited spaces only. It will be all the terrain from Foreground Publishing. So the tables are going to look incredible. So if you've seen the battle reports that we've done recently, every single table is going to look like that. So the terrain is going to be unbelievable. I can promise you that. It'll probably be the best terrained tables ever at events. Just put it out there right now. What traits do you lose when souping Blood Angels? Look to me is the Just Combat Doctrines. So if you go for if you soup in other Space Marines, you still get Doctrines. If you soup in Guard or anything, then you lose Doctrines. So if you soup in Marines, you keep the Doctrine, but you lose your Super Doctrine, which is +1 attacking. Yeah, but if you soup in Guard or Assassins or something, you lose the lot, basically. Yeah. Is there a 40k? Is there a cheapies 40k army you'd recommend for a beginner? Play AOS, prefer movement tricks and combat-based. Grey Knights. Absolutely Grey Knights, definitely. You know, you can get a pretty good good way to go with the Grey Knights. I picked up my Grey Knight army pretty cheap, so yeah. and they're quite easy to paint as well. And they've got loads of movement shenanigans, and they're good in combat, so they'd be perfect for you, mate. When my Grey Knight video is finally released, I show you how to build it and paint it all within 24 hours as well. I just got to edit the video, and I'll be honest, I'm staring down that barrel like I just don't want to do it, so I need to pull my finger out. JP Wargaming, what are your avoid ITC secondaries if you have them? There isn't any that I avoid. And I'm just working on this new module which is all about event preparation, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. However, I don't really like Headhunter because that's too easy for your opponent to deny. Apart from that, all the others are a goer. Yeah. Hey Steve, are Terminators ever viable in a standard Marine? Oh, I don't know. Not in. I think they could have some play in Space Wolves, or in Space Wolves and Dark Angels. I can see play, but I'm not too sure about many of the other factions really. Yeah. Stuart, yeah. Eldaria's fast combat army. They just don't really have. They've only got Shining Spears, which is about the only decent unit for Craft World. Harlequins are just incredible, but they're not exactly an easy to get to the table army, or a beginner's army of 40k. Harlequins are like, you got to have some serious reps in with 40k to understand that. Speaking of Red Butchers, is there anything else worth taking on the World Eaters in excluding Zerkers, or just dump the majority of your force into the Alpha Legion side? Probably run that, yeah, as you've said there, JW. I'd run something similar to what you just suggested, but yeah, I'd go just Berserkers in Red Butchers. Sounds great. Just loads and loads. Just saturate the board. Yeah, could do all right. What best works for shielding my Admech Destroyer units if I'm running a battalion? Andy, try Bastion. You can put 9, I think, in one of those things. So try one of those in a fortification. Things like toughness 9 or whatever. That could be pretty good. Good way to go. Yeah, the video's completely overexposed. Let's see actually if I can adjust the video. We'll see if I can actually do that. Here we go. So I can take the brightness down, but still, like you said, it's overexposed completely. Can saturate it. Temperature. I can go green. Let's reset. That's the best I've got. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if that's any better. Let's see if that focuses now. I've took manual focus off. That should be autofocus. Yeah, still not really any better, is it? Don't know. No, what's going on. Right, guys, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Just going to pick out some top questions here. Do I rate any of the old Rhino chassis? Yeah, Whirlwind's fantastic, especially in Imperial Fists or Iron Hands are great. Yeah. Have I talked about the new swag yet? No, I haven't spoke about the new swag, but that'll be coming soon as well. Yeah. Vanguard Tactics swag. Going to be doing caps, t-shirts, hoodies, the lot. Yeah. Nathan said, what is your opinion on Valdor Tank Hunter? I don't know what that is. I have no idea, Nathan, what the Valdor Tank Hunter is. Yeah, no idea what that is. Is it true they're giving new rules for Forge World models in that are for all armies? Maybe. I think something got released about that. Yeah. Yeah. Can models on 25mm bases attack in ranks of 4 as the second model? Yes, I think I misspoke yesterday. I think I said that 25mm bases can fight in 3 ranks rather than 2. I think it's actually 4 rather than 3. Yeah. Right, guys, so 30 seconds left. How do I kill knights with salamanders? They just explode and kill everything when they die. How do you account for exploding big things when you use close combat armies? So, if there's any way to get Feel No Pains, is certainly the way forward. Make sure you don't run your characters in. I've made that mistake before. So keep your characters well out and just send a unit in. Yes, it will explode. You'll take a few mortal wounds, but that will probably, you might lose like one aggressor or something, but yeah. Shouldn't be too much more than that. Especially with a good Feel No Pain of a 5-up or something. Yeah, guys, so I think that's pretty much us for today. So, obviously, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock to answer your 40k related questions. But guys, I'm going to open the floor now. What theme would you like to talk about tomorrow? So pick a theme and we can go over it tomorrow. So you guys can vote now. What would you like us to maybe focus on in a little bit more detail? One question was all about the Blood Angel Masterclass. I cannot do that yet until COVID-19 is over because I need access to my studio and I need somebody with me to film. So until COVID-19 is over, I don't think I can do that yet. So because what I've got in my head how I want to film it, I would just be talking the camera in it. I want to get on the tabletop and actually show you how to play Blood Angels. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Yeah. List building do's and don'ts. Okay, all right. We can maybe go on with a little bit of that. Yeah, sounds good. I'll have a little bit of an idea. Brian said, do I want to play... Are we talking about COD, Brian, or playing COD? I don't know. What are we doing? Cool. Staple units, Eldar meta, Eldar tactics, deployment tips. Okay, cool. Got some nice things there. Cool. Colton said COD. So it's either Eldar or COD. Yeah. I can talk you through my favourite loadouts on COD if you want. Yeah, that'll be fun. Right, anyway, I'm going to go back and carry on with these... hey, Colton, what do you think of that, eh? Ultramarines, bad boy, yep. And then my company champion, Colton. Look at him. So you could actually be a Vitrix Honor Guard champion or, as I said, my standard bearer for the Ultramarines. Boom. Right, anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.